In the quiet suburbs of Portland, Oregon, where neatly trimmed lawns and white picket fences hid more secrets than anyone would ever admit, Emily Carter and her husband Jason Miller appeared to be the perfect American couple, career-driven, financially stable, weekend barbecues with neighbors, Christmas decorations up before anyone else, and a love story that seemed strong enough to survive anything. But what no one saw was the silent distance growing between them, a tension that hovered like a cloud over their once warm home. It all began one cold November morning when Emily accidentally knocked Jason's phone off the kitchen counter while grabbing her car keys. The screen lit up with a notification that didn't tease it right with her. "Did you tell her yet?" From a contact. Saved as MC, her heart jolted, but she froze, trying to convince herself not to overreact. Jason had always been loyal, responsible. The kind of man who left sticky notes on the fridge saying "love you, don't forget lunch." But something about that message felt like a strike of lightning cracking through their marriage. That entire day at the marketing agency where she worked, she couldn't focus. Even during their usual morning team huddle with coffee and pastries, Emily kept replaying those 4 words. By lunch, her mind was drowning in possibilities. Was Jason planning to leave her? Was he hiding a financial problem? A betrayal? Or was it something entirely different? Her best friend Ava, loud, protective, and unapologetically honest, told her to confront him immediately. "Girl, you don't sit on that. That message has energy," Ava said over FaceTime as she sipped her iced caramel latte. But Emily wasn't ready. She feared that asking the wrong question could destroy everything, and the thought of losing Jason terrified her more than the message itself. That night, the silence at home was suffocating. Jason cooked dinner grilled chicken and mashed potatoes, her favorite, but the tension made every bite taste like nothing. When he asked, "You okay?" she forced a smile, just tired from work, even though her chest felt like it was carrying a secret the size of a mountain. Later, when he stepped into the shower, she finally cracked, her hands shaking. She opened his phone, searching for MC, but the messages were gone deleted. That, more than anything, felt like a punch to her ribs. The next morning, she woke up early, sat in her car in the driveway, and cried into her steering wheel. She'd spent years building a life with this man, road trips to Yosemite, Thanksgiving dinners with both families. Shared dreams of someday owning a cabin by the lake, and now everything felt like it could collapse in seconds. She didn't know if she should run, confront him, or pretend. But deep inside, something told her this wasn't just a misunderstanding. Something bigger was coming. And if you're watching this, don't scroll, because the twist in their story is the kind of lesson every couple needs to hear before it's too late. For the next 3 days, Emily investigated quietly, turning into someone she never imagined she'd become, someone who analyzed patterns, watched behavior, tracked tone changes, and replayed conversations in her head. Jason seemed distracted, more anxious, checking his phone more often, stepping outside for fresh air at random times. During Sunday brunch at a small diner downtown, he kept glancing at the door every time it opened, like he was waiting for someone, or hiding from them. When Emily asked softly, "Is there something you want to tell me?" his fork paused mid-air. "No. Why?" he said too quickly. That night, she finally broke. "Jason, who is MC?" His face strained instantly. He sat down, rubbed his eyes, and whispered, "Please, just listen first." But before he could continue, the doorbell rang. Emily opened it to find a woman in her early 50s holding a stack of documents and trembling. "You're Emily." "I'm Megan Carter." Emily's world spun, her estranged mother. The woman who abandoned her at age 10, who hadn't shown up for birthdays, graduations, or even her wedding. Emily hadn't heard from her in 20 years. Jason stepped forward with guilt written all over his face. "This is MC," he said quietly. Megan's voice cracked as she explained, "I've been sick, and I didn't know who else to reach out to. Jason found me. He was trying to help me tell you. Her illness was serious, life-changing, and the truth hit harder than betrayal ever could." Jason had been planning to leave Emily. He had been hiding the truth because he knew how deeply her mother's disappearance had wounded her. Emily's knees weakened as she sat on the couch. realizing she had spent days preparing for a heartbreak that wasn't there, yet the emotional damage she caused herself felt just as deep. Jason took her hands and whispered, "I wasn't cheating. I was trying to protect you. Maybe too much." Emily cried until her throat burned, not because of Jason, but because life had brought back a person she never wanted to face again. The next months were messy therapy sessions, rebuilding trust, reconnecting with painful memories, and learning how to communicate without fear. They almost divorced because of misunderstanding, silence, and assumptions, not infidelity. If you are in a relationship right now, here's the real lesson their story teaches. Silence is more dangerous than the truth. If something feels off, talk before your imagination destroys what reality never intended to break. If you want more real relationship stories, like this, stories that teach, heal, and reveal the truth, couples avoid, hit follow, drop a, and comment more, so this story reaches someone who needs it today.